Downton Abbey notwithstanding, American houses were uncomfortable, and you read a lot in the letters and journals from these American women. They whine about how cold they are all the time, and you cannot blame him. There is no heating. Hot water is brought up by a poor little tweenie with buckets, having a bath by the fire in a tub that was brought in by a footman was just not the same as going into one of those lovely tiled bathrooms you see in these Newport country houses. And then there are the servants, as we know from Downton Abbey. They have their own rules, their own hierarchy. They can be very, very touchy, very entrenched. Consuelo Vanderbilt once got into terrible trouble because she was sitting in a room and she got cold. And she got up, went to the mantelpiece, took down a match, and lit the fire herself. Ah, hers. What she should have done, and she knew she should have done, was call the footman, ring for the footman, ring for the butler, who would then get the footman, who would then come and put the match to the fire. 20 minutes later, you're still shivering. So that was often a problem, and managing that hierarchy could be very difficult. They were often very obstructive. And then there's the husband himself, who often has pretty different ideas about marriage from the American man. As we've seen in the US, it's the matrons, the married women, who really run the show. But in England, it is definitely a male-dominated society. And the wife is there to produce heirs, to run the household the way her husband wants it, to entertain the way he wants her to. She's prettier and more important than a dog. She does need to produce heirs for him. That's crucial. But it's not really expected that the couple is going to be faithful to each other. This is almost a business proposition, marriage. And once the woman has produced an heir and a spare, she's free to go her own way as long as she is discreet, and so is he.